Hi, and welcome to Catherine Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today we are going to be reviewing Bettie Paige, issue 1. So, before I get right onto the comic, no, this is not the cover that I wanted, but my shop didn't have the Terry Dodson cover, so I got this one. It's still pretty nice, though. So, moving right on into the comic, we get introduced into the introduction that apparently this comes from some secret diary that Bettie Paige kept while she was running around incognito with all of these different capes and capers. She was either a spy or an agent of some sort, according to this. I mean, we all know this is fictional, but I don't know, it's cute either way. So we move right on into Bettie Paige talking about her career as a model, and during the photo shoot there's an FBI raid that takes place, and of course she gets out of there. Apparently kicking a guy between the legs is totally fine as long as you're escaping a federal investigation. So while she's getting down from the fire escape, she is helped out by a gentleman known as Mr. Chaplin, Rick Chaplin, and he has a job for her. So driving on out, he tells her that they have to go shopping because, of course, her outfit's not exactly appropriate for air travel. So moving forward, we find out that apparently Chaplin, his wife, and a partner of his were stepping out on him, and they've disappeared. We also find out later on that his assistant had also disappeared. And that's why he needs a Bettie Paige around. He needs a girl that's quick on her feet, someone who can handle herself. So she joins his little brigade, and we find out that he's a scientist researching something very particular. So, of course, dealing with the day-to-day tasks of his office, and he's keeping her very close to the cuff, keeping her safe, and she's starting to look in on the disappearances, especially of his secretary. And she finds a very expensive bottle of French perfume, which is Chanel No. 5. So Chanel No. 5 wasn't as accessible back in the 50s as it is today. So she even makes the point that, you know, I could understand someone getting up and leaving, but you're not going to get up and leave a bottle of Chanel No. 5, which, you know, in that point in time, it's pretty expensive thing, you know, woman's not going to leave it. So, of course, an individual tells her, hey, she was asking questions about Section 8, you know, I could take you there myself, and we could look into it together. And her feeling very uneasy about this, she actually leaves a note to Rick, her employer, telling him exactly where they're headed off to, who she's going with, and the fact that she doesn't trust him, just in case something happens. So she goes to close the door, and he says he's got one question for her. He says, does this rag smell like chloroform to you? And he just puts it over her mouth. And of course, stupid question, at the time she had no idea what chloroform smelled like, but yes, looking back, it did smell like chloroform. So, continuing on, we find out that there's some sort of like a strange cult, and she is going to be reborn in the Master's great image. I don't know, it's really kind of hokey here. I'm not sure if they were just hoping to brainwash her or sacrifice her. I don't really know. It's a bunch of strange men running around wielding swords and torches with hoods over their heads. You know, it was strange. It was strange to say the very least. But thankfully, Rick and a bunch of his men do show up in time to save Bettie Paige. And Betty, being the wise and smart girl that she is, manages to escape getting her throat slit, and she's saved at the very last minute. So, honestly, I don't really know what to say about this. It was a fun comic, to say the least. The art was really cute throughout. It had a lot of really great covers that came out with it. Dynamite, with a lot of their newer books that they're releasing right now, I don't really know what it is they're really hoping to go for. I might pick up a second issue to see if it gets better, but it's not something I feel like I have to put on my polls by any stretch of the imagination. I feel like it might do better in trade at this point in time, or it might just be a complete flop. We'll see. It was an okay issue. It's nothing that I feel like you have to rush out to your shop to get your hands on this issue. It's nothing that I feel like I have to necessarily read on, but we'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, give me a like if you like this video. Comment below if you're like me, where you're like, maybe, maybe not. Subscribe to my channel for more comic book content, or check out any of the older videos I have up for offer here on Cat Run Figures. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.